Pretty much how I got into playing League professionally, I was actually at a point where I wasn't really happy with playing the game. I didn't enjoy playing ranked, and I was honestly at the time just playing Counter-Strike instead. And then eventually the first team I joined proposed an offer to me to join the Pro League at the time, OPL, and I was still going to school at the time in the year, and there came to a point where if I did go to uni, I honestly would have had no idea what I wanted to do in my life, and I still don't if I didn't have League. So yeah, I just dropped out in the 4th week of the first term, and I just fully committed to League from that point onwards. After winning that 2016 Split 2 finals, I ended up getting a chance to play internationally, and this was before they merged the play-ins and the minor regions and the major regions. So at the time, that was a weird format where only the wildcard teams played against each other, and then whoever was the top 2, or if it was MSI, the first place team, ended up promoting to get to actually play at Worlds or MSI. So we ended up being in this do-or-die situation with the Turkish team where we had a 40-50 minute game that was either side could win, and we were in a position to win, and we just ended up choking on the final push. And then 5 minutes later, I screwed up and got flash taunted and ended up dying, and I felt pretty responsible for losing that game, since it was definitely very disheartening to be one of the best teams in your league consistently for 6 splits in a row, and then fail to just get it done in the final stage every time. And I don't know, I would say in 2017, I was a much more confident person, but just losing so many times took its toll on me in this thing that I care about more than anything, honestly. After parting ways, I ended up joining Legacy after being with the Chiefs for 6 splits and pretty much 7. And we finally got to win again, but after losing so many times, and then I finally get to win again, and it just ends up being when coronavirus is at its peak and MSI is being postponed weeks prior, but Split 2, they ended up confirming Worlds was actually a thing, and I was really happy we managed to run it back, and we ended up putting on the best performance that OCE has ever had internationally, in my opinion. Almost managing to take a game off a major region team, and almost making this miracle run into the first group stage, and getting first in group stage is almost skipping that playoffs round. But yeah, we just got outskilled and outclassed by LGD in the playoffs match. After that run, I fly home to New Zealand, quarantine for 2 days, and then I find out that OPL is dead, and Riot's not going to fund the region anymore. And I'm definitely sad at first, and then I get the news that OCE players are actually NA residents now, and obviously to me that came as a huge, this is such a huge opportunity for me, but for every other OCE player that, at least at the time, before they introduced LCO, and I think they're doing a really good job of reviving the OPL, and I think the production is much better than OPL ever was. Moving to LA and getting all the support from an org that can support you, because that's one of the things OCE players have to deal with. They have to deal with OCE teams being pretty budget, and a lot of teams don't even have gaming houses. Everyone plays from home pretty much, except 1 or 2 teams, and people can't. It's really hard for the players to actually put all their time into the game. So being able to actually do that in America is now, I'm definitely grateful for that. I'm gonna perform much better than I did last split, and I'm just confident that I can show that I'm not just this bottom mid-tier average AD carry that came to NA just to enjoy and paycheck. I want to go to Worlds again. I want to be one of the best AD carries here. I don't want to just play here for a couple of years and then end up retiring, because that's the last thing I ever want to do. I want to be forgotten.